Hi everyone. Coach Keon here. Um, Pleasant good afternoon to you wherever you are, and it's my pleasure to be speaking with you today, the 21st day of May. And the reason why today is so special is that 5 years ago, on this very day, at the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce, Action Coach Guyana was officially launched. Now, Action Coach is an international business coaching franchise. For those persons who may be new to this, they're now hearing about Action Coach Guyana. We're an international business coaching franchise. It's originated in Australia over 26 years ago, and the franchise was officially acquired in November 2014. Now, at that time, it would have been a new concept being brought to Guyana, the concept of business coaching. And we were looking at a way of ensuring that we can bring value to Guyana and really live up to the motto. The international mission is world abundance through business through education. And we wanted to bring that concept here to Guyana. Hence, we adopted the mission of Guyana's abundance through business through education. The franchise was acquired by Dr. Vishnu Durga at that time. Just something that he can do as a hobby after looking at the franchise for quite some time, understanding the concept, how it works, etc. He fell in love with what it stood for at that time and what it continues to stand for even now. I joined the Action Coach team April 2015, and that itself is a story that I love to share. It was just an encounter we had from our Toastmasters Club. I had just returned from Barbados after a holiday work hunting spree. And Vishnu came up to me after club meeting and he said, uh, Kian, what are you currently doing now? I had just returned probably maybe 2 or 3 days prior. So I said, I just returned. I of course, will be prospecting for a job. And he said, okay, well, come check me out at my office in Parade Street on the Monday. No, it was a Tuesday, the next day, the Wednesday. And I went there. At that time, he had the business called Venus, Venus the Beauty Planet, and Perfumes Guyana. So beauty care distribution company and some of the finest fragrances that you'd have seen. So I came in and met with him. And to my surprise, I was actually coming into an interview. Now, talk about being unorthodox and really determining the quality of somebody by having what you call an impromptu interview. So I came in to supposedly had this discussion. Bam, what do you want to do in the next 5 years? The questions started to flow. Then I had an IQ test that was administered on the spot. So there was nothing that you could have actually prepared for. And I think from that very moment, it has given me the notion that you always need to be prepared. You never know when you're going to be tested. And I think that is really living up to the Scouts motto of be prepared. And from there on, the rest is history. Had a very fruitful discussion, spoke about my ideas. And what actually happened is that what I wanted to do personally aligned very, very well with the Action Coach's vision and mission. So it was almost as if it was just a pairing happening. I mean, we spoke about Hear people talk about arranged marriages. It's not always good, but I tell them sometimes you never know the blessing you can have when these things happen just like that. And thereafter, it was just working to educate, to build the brand, to let people know what Action Coach is all about. So I know Dr. Vision is going to be in the background of this video. He's going to be coming now. He's smiling after listening to what he did to me back then. I guess he probably hearing the story again. So, Dr. Vishnu, please Defend yourself.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We've known each other long before that from Toastmasters, and must say that one of Keon's biggest fans up to today, especially in the way that Keon can deal with any subject at any time. It's truly a marvelous skill that I know you're promoting it all across Guyana, especially from a Toastmasters perspective, that people really make use of their speaking skills, because
Yeah,
you can be brilliant up here, but if it can't come out of your mouth, nobody will ever know. So
that's
it's a
correct.
fantastic, and you're not just brilliant up here, but you can also really deliver quite well. So it was a very easy choice. The part of the story that we usually don't tell is that I knew about Action Coach since 2009. So I was always looking at it thinking, this looks interesting. It feels like what I'm already doing anyhow.
Yeah,
And uh, that, I've just said, well, if you want to do this, you better buy it on your own. So we were able to get that franchise in November 2014, as you mentioned. And I was just enjoying the content so much, the community. Our community is made up of over 1,000 coaches, and these are people just like you and just like me from all over the world. So it's like you finally meet people like yourself. It's like meeting your own tribe. So I was enjoying that so much until sometime in April. Dav just telling me, "Well, you invested all of this. What's going on?"
yeah,
So it was really, it's probably the same day when I went to Toastmasters and said, Keon, what's going on? So, within a month, we had everything arranged, and we were actually able to get the launch up and running. And maybe if I pull this here, this is probably exactly 5 years ago. Around this time, you can see outside here, it was getting kind of dark.
yeah.
Thanks to Lance Hines as well, who was the president back then of the Chamber of Commerce. So thank you, Lance, for providing the support as well to getting us up and running. And you can see me admiring your speaking ability again, because I think you really led us off there that day. I also spoke, and I know you mentioned the tie. That's probably one of the last times I ever wore a tie.
Yes,
Also, specific orders for especially, it's a launch. You should wear a tie. I'm not that type of tie kind of person. Yeah, Lance also, um, you know, one of his talents is that of a comedian as well. So he can always get you laughing. But really fun. He did a lot for the chamber during his years as well. I can see Arthur is online. Arthur, thank you very much for the congratulations. Arthur is probably one of the very first coaches in the Caribbean.
yeah.
He is the coach that covers Curacao, Aruba, and Bonaire, and I believe St. Martin as well.
The
So if
Dutch
there's
Caribbean.
anybody, the Dutch Caribbean. So if there's anybody from the Dutch Caribbean, Arthur is your key contact. I really appreciate our time as well when Arthur and myself and all the other Caribbean coaches get to meet each other. You learn so much from each other. It's very fantastic. So thank you very much, Arthur, for the support over what has been nearly 6 years. If you think of the time that I got connected there, so thank you very much, Arthur. Um, we've had a lot of support over the years. You can actually see the first session that we had, and you can see some familiar faces.
Yeah,
I can see Janet Thomas. I can see. Oh, look, Andy is actually here.
and,
Andy was our
yeah.
very first client
Giant.
in Guyana, and it was his birthday, a couple of days ago. So happy birthday, Andy! Glad that he was there, Andy and Karen, and they've understood the structure of how we actually work with businesses, because there is a structure. Um, I think Prim was actually somewhere
Yeah,
in the room here as
from
well.
yeah, Prem from Oriental General Stores, actually in this crowd as well. One of the attendees, and I would just like to tell that story that Prem has moved from being a client, being able to fix his business, that he is now a certified business coach as well. He's part of our coaching team. So it just shows a transition, and there he is next to me in that picture. It shows a transition from understanding the structure, implementing the strategies, and being able to actually live the definition of what we have as a successful business, which is a commercial profitable enterprise that works, and the biggest part, without you. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're giving up your business, is that the systems are in place, the team is trained on the systems so that you can explore other opportunities, whether it be other business ventures, other branches, etc.
Yeah, let me see if they're going to be able to join us. But as you mentioned, it was supposed to be somewhat of a hobby type of company because uh, having run successful businesses and successful organizations, I really wanted to be able to use that knowledge to affect a much wider range of organizations, and that really started to evolve, and especially with the path that Guyana soon turned to be on. I'm thinking maybe it was because we got a franchise, that's why we got oil. That
Yeah,
would be funny. But that was our path that we were on, and it's really developed. You can see, we have a lot of fun as well
yeah,
with our client base. We celebrate a lot because why are we in business if we can't celebrate our wins, right? It's like going to a cricket game and not jumping up and enjoying. So people in business also need to enjoy their businesses, and I'm very happy that we take celebration very seriously.
yeah, definitely. I mean, we clean up really well. I mean, it looks like a magazine shoot happening there. It's
Yes.
one of the things that we pride on as well. We play hard, which means we work hard and we also play hard. So we love to celebrate not only with our clients, we also like to celebrate with our team members. We would set our quarterly team activity, whether it be go-kart racing, at the track, laser tag, having a pool and barbecue day. So it's really bringing together the components to have the team functioning effectively. You want the best out of them, you need to reward their behavior as well.
Very good. And then, back in, I think it was late 2017 when we realized, this is no longer a hobby because of the amount of companies that we've been working with, from the big, the telecommunications companies to the largest distribution companies to the biggest hotels in Guyana. Those were the type of companies that were starting to, really come to us because of them here in the commercial banks. So that's when we really had to step up, and we actually got incorporated, and we became Action Invest Caribbean Inc.
Yeah,
Because we do have a lot of interest from our Caribbean neighbors as well. And it's Action Invest because we believe that education is an investment. We ourselves are also looking at companies that we could possibly invest in that may not see it for themselves, but that really have a lot of potential. And if we were to step in there, that it would really multiply significantly. Uh,
yes,
you can see our mission for Action Invest, and we have quite a lot of services. Action Coach, of course, is what we started with. We also have several John Maxwell team members.
yes,
Hospitality Assured, yeah, Kian has it behind him as well, is all about the ISO type of system for hospitality companies. Atlas is all about oil and gas and technical training as well, corporate training. Seminar Club is really the training geared to taking your people and turning your people to professionals. People who have good social skills, good professional skills. And then we believe a lot in testing as well. AccuMatch really is the type of tool that allows people to be you kind of map out your behavior so you can see black and white how you behave and how it could possibly affect people. We also do personality assessments through the DISC platform, business planning software, Action Academy, and of course the Who's Who.
yeah.
Uh, and just
Just before
scroll a
you
little.
go, Dr. Vishnu, just before you go on, just to remind persons that even under the many licenses that we have, we also like to create events to support those activities for the John Maxwell license. So Dr. Vishnu is an executive. Is it the executive director you call it? I'm trying to remember exactly. So we also have the rights to do the simulcast for the John Maxwell event, which is usually in October. A very, very big event, lots of learning, lots of knowledge. For we do leadercast. Unfortunately, we couldn't have it this year in May, but it's all about how do we create event to have a place where like-minded individuals can come and, of course, share their knowledge and network with each other.
Yep, and our website is up. You'll see a lot of our past team members, current team members, and I'm sure, like we mentioned with Prem and Shanti, for example. Prem was a client in the beginning and was able to organize quite a bit. Shanti as well. So that has really helped with, and I do believe that most of the new coaches might actually be clients because they do understand our system really well.
Yeah,
But in the future, I'm sure that we will need a lot of team members who can really help understand the system and then teach the system and support portions through um, what should really be a fun activity, right? Running a business should be fun. You should be impacting people positively. You should be impacting your community positively. Make a lot of profit, pay a lot of taxes.
yeah,
Because that is what also really um, grows a country. Uh, Thanks, Raghunath, for the congratulations, and very happy that people are able to celebrate with us as well.
yes.
And the
That,
who's who. Kian, you've been doing a million interviews with companies that are in the who's who. What do you think about the who's who?
definitely, the concept of the who's who surpasses that of what people traditionally call a magazine, and that is what we constantly keep drilling in the minds of our subscribers and the users of this particular directory. It is collective or a culmination rather of critical information about the country and its sectors. So for each sector in the directory, there are articles that speaks to what is happening in that particular sector. We have responses, Q&A from key industry players and leaders. This is a directory that allows the company not only to showcase their product or service offering, but also to show appreciation to the key drivers behind the organization, and these are the people. So it really gives them that opportunity where the team members themselves can feel great that they're being featured in a publication of this quality. And of course, our team, we work very, very diligently to ensure that all the hard copies are distributed, whether it be in and around Georgetown at all the major events. They're at all the major hotels. We're at the embassies, more from the ABC to other diplomatic agencies. So we want to make sure that our subscribers they benefit fully from this publication. We've gotten great reviews, not only about the quality and the content of the directory, but also the reach that it had, and the feedback that many of the clients have gotten, including compliments, business. They've gotten business from this. Persons have formed strategic partnerships by using the Who's Who. We make sure this also at CLDB, where persons are coming into Guyana to look for investors. This forms part of their welcome package. And we want to continue to demonstrate the value of the companies here in Guyana. And we do this through the Who's Who.
Very good. And if anybody needs a copy of the who's who, you can always get it online, who's who.gy, or you can always pick up a copy at our office, which is located at 120 Parade Street. And we actually also have a really nice collaboration with a company that is delivering all across Georgetown.
Yeah.
So they can also actually get it to you. And that is, why is it slipping me right now? One card,
Yes, one cart.
one card dash. So if you do need a copy of the directory, let's see if I can make it easy. If you do need a copy of the directory, you could actually contact OneCart and they'll actually deliver a copy to you. And one of the key things that we were looking at is how do we market ourselves? How do we market our clients? And we do a lot of business to business. A lot of our clients do business to business, and we couldn't find something that was really easy to use.
Yeah.
So we ended up developing it ourselves. So we do have the license, but we ended up putting quite a bit of work into it to make sure that it's something that is of the highest standard.
Yeah.
Right. So, Kian, what else are we planning for the next 5 years?
So it took me back to a cartoon that is called Pinky and the Brain. So we're planning to take over the world by creating entrepreneurs who will continuously create more jobs and raise the economic threshold of our country, and also really make Guyana that destination, the country that people talk about. So it's all about building the entrepreneurs so that we can continue to make Guyana into a superpower. Who knows? By the time the next 5 years, we might be in the first, in the top, in the G5. So let's see where it goes from there. But for Action Invest Caribbean Inc. itself, we're looking to continuously provide services that businesses can use. We're looking to invest in businesses, those that have potential. We're looking to expand not only in Guyana but also throughout the Caribbean. And by keeping it very much as part of our dream. Why not go global as well? So, like Action Coach being a global franchise, Action Invest can become a global company.
This was actually when we did the signing up in November. Signing up was actually done in Suriname.
Yeah.
And we also have Coach Rose, who is in Suriname, and Brad was in Suriname. So we, instead of flying to Las Vegas, it was easy to fly across to Suriname to get that out of the way. So that was a lot of fun. Um, yeah, there's a lot more that we plan to do. Trying to see here, Kian, if there was anything else very nice that we could have shared.
No, well, definitely looking back for the over the journey, thinking about the time we had Brad here in Guyana. I think it was 2017, if I remember correctly, or 2016. One of
2016, I believe.
2016. That probably would have been probably still holds the record of the largest conference that the Marriott probably would have had. We packed that room from front to back with individuals who definitely had an appetite for learning, for knowledge, for growth. And even I think we still hold the record at Action Coach for the largest event that Brad would have attended. I mean, outside of one of his other seminars. So it's really the potential that we have here being demonstrated. And I believe that Guyana itself will continue to grow as a country. And we are happy to play our part in ensuring that from the business perspective, from an economic perspective, that we can contribute in that area.
And thank you, Stacia, for wishing us good luck. I can also see if I just found some more pictures here. You recognize anybody, Kian?
Yes, I am seeing Dilip is very close. I think, who else am I
Who's
seeing?
in the middle here?
I really can't. I don't have all my glasses. Can you bring it up a bit closer? Can you
Jenny.
help me? That's Jennifer Cipriani.
Yes, yes, Jenny, and I can recognize this head here
Oh,
as
wow.
Timothy.
Timothy Tucker.
We have the whole team from Nations as well. Rani, Pam. I think Team Metro was here as well.
Yes, that's Mortimer. Mortimer from Metro.
Dave.
Yes.
Dave Danny was there.
Dave Danny is also stalwart Toastmaster as well. The founder member of Classic Toastmasters Club.
This looks like a BlackBerry somewhere at the bottom here. I don't know if BlackBerries were still around there. Um, so look, this is my neighbor, so my broker,
Mario.
Mario. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mario
Rest
back
in
there.
peace.
Andrew, Joycelyn, um, names. Oh, I
Prem.
just
Oh, Prem. I just saw Prem.
saw
Yes.
Prem.
That's a younger version of Prem.
Prem has gotten much wiser. Very, very, very good. So, uh,
It's been,
plans.
yeah, it's definitely a journey that I would not trade in terms of when I hear people talking about writing their memoirs. At that time, I'm like thinking, okay, what would I write if I ever had to write my memoir? And looking at what has happened over the last 5 years, in addition to my other 8+ working years, I can definitely see there's lots of content for me to produce my memoir. And who knows, it might probably become a bestseller. So I'm putting it out there on a slide. You guys look out for the memoir of Keon Smith. Uh, who knows, might be the next bestseller.
Thank you very much, and definitely is going to be a bestseller. Just the universe will assist with that. Adrian, thank you very much for the support. Yeah, we're very proud of what we've been able to get done, and it's a work in progress. Very happy that the team continues to really look for ways to innovate. I'm really proud of the way that in the past 2 months, because Guyana has been facing about 2 months of difficulty, elections, COVID, otherwise. Really proud of the way the team has continued to support all the other teams that we support, and how our clients are really pushing ahead during this time, growing and developing during this time.
Yeah,
It's just very exciting to see when things normalize, um, how far ahead they will again have been.
yeah,
And so that's what we do, that's what drives us.
yeah, definitely. So, thank you guys very much for your support, your continuous support. It's really, really appreciated, and we're looking forward to continuing to add value as much as we can. And we look forward to hearing from you guys. You can continue to um, share the video, especially with persons you believe can use this information. I'm seeing Ray is online. Thank you very much, Ray, for your congratulations as well. And Ray has been doing a fantastic job with his business in Berbice. Um, really braving the times, doing his videos. He's really, really been pushing the envelope. So congrats, Ray, on all you've been doing as well.
Yeah, it's really good. I really love the way we continue to. Well, this one would be a nice album. We've had quite a number of people that have helped with our growth. Risha, Sonia, this was in the very early days.
Yes.
In
My
our
slimmer
extended.
days.
This was the last Live to Lead last November. Oh, yeah, Kian, I heard what you said, right? The slim days when you could have fit, when you could have fit between two people. Yeah, that's a fun. And this was the last Live to Lead. Right, you have the team, Richard, and you're standing on the wrong side of Richard again.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry.
Lots of fun, and a lot of growth over the years. So really, it's been a lot of team members who have made sure that we are where we are, and and the good thing is that everybody keeps developing, right? Everybody keeps getting better, and that's very important. So,
Definitely.
Kian, thank you for reminding me. Sometimes I think that it's May 26th. have to remember it's May
May 21st.
Independence Day. It's May 24th.
Yes.
So it's been really fantastic. We wanted to take some time out, share it with everyone who is on right now. Make sure that you also celebrate your milestones and your wins, regardless if it's COVID craziness or elections mania going on or
Mhm.
record setting elections. So make sure that you still celebrate. And okay, thanks for being a really key part of the journey. And I look forward to us really, turning this into an abundant Guyana.
Definitely. It's been an absolute pleasure as well, and looking forward to the multiple of years to come where we continue to, um, create more value and continue to have Action Coach and Action Invest Caribbean Inc. Doing what it's doing by growing more businesses and creating more opportunities.
Thank you. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. Well, you see Keon every single day on
Yeah.
his daily interviews with the fantastic companies in the who's who and even further beyond, because we want
Yes.
to make sure you get the best info directly from the sources.
Definitely. That has been really, really um, a joy. Just having those conversations, and of course, we do our back end after the interview is done, and meeting the people. It's really a different side of them. You get to interact, you get to have a conversation that otherwise may not have happened because of their busy schedule. So it's great to have those interviews.
Thanks, Keon, and safe trip. Stay safe.
See you guys.